Planet Krill wasn't merely a destination on a star chart. It was a graveyard waiting for a tenant. When the exploration schooner, the Wanderer, disintegrated in the upper atmosphere, geologist Kale didn't just lose a ship. He lost his entire world in a heartbeat of tearing metal. Lena's scream over the comms was cut short, a prelude to the deafening silence that followed. Kale watched, helpless in his escape pod, as his crewmates flatlined, their lives extinguished against a blood-red sky. He landed hard, salvaging only one thing of value from the wreckage: Lena's tungsten hammer, etched with their shared promise. Beyond horizons, beneath surfaces. It was a heavy, cold reminder of a dream now scattered in ashes. The environment was actively trying to finish what the crash started, a death world scenario that feels terrifyingly plausible to anyone staring into the void of space. A glass storm, a hurricane of microscopic razor silica capable of stripping flesh from bone, roared across the dunes. The horizon dissolved into a shimmering haze of lethal intent. Kale scrambled for shelter, his exosuit screaming integrity warnings, barely diving into a gaping cavern moments before the entrance collapsed. He was sealed in absolute darkness, but solitude, he soon learned, is a rare luxury in the cosmos. In the gloom, the cave breathed. A rhythmic silicon pulse echoed off walls veined with strange crystals. From the shadows emerged a colossal, dying monolith, the Guardian, and its protector, Lyra. Her skin was the color of deep twilight, her eyes molten silver, glowing with an inner luminescence. She didn't speak with a voice, but with a telepathic slide into his mind, dry as the sands outside. You are the first meal in 500 years. She saw the Galaxy Corp insignia on his chest plate, and her recoil turned to cold rage. To her, he was the enemy, the destroyer come to finish the job. Through a projection of living memory, the Guardian showed Kale the truth, filling the chamber with liquid starlight. He saw Arielles, a city of singing crystal, decimated centuries ago by the very corporation that signed his paychecks. Galaxy Corp hadn't sent him to survey minerals. They had sent him as bait to trigger an ancient defense system. It's a bitter, hollow irony, realizing the monster isn't the alien in the dark, but the logo branded on your own chest. Trapped together as the cave's air turned to toxic methane, a fragile alliance formed born of desperation. The Guardian starved for rare minerals. Kale was wrapped in them. Piece by piece, he dismantled his exosuit, feeding the polymer alloys to the creature. With every plate consumed, the air cleared, and the Guardian's cracks healed. When Kale cut his hand, Lyra healed him with her saliva, bridging the gap between species. In the quiet dark, sharing water and stories, they were no longer prisoner and captor, but a family forged in the crucible of survival. Then came the thud, rhythmic, industrial, inevitable. Marauders. Corporate scavengers drilled through the rock, hunting for Alaritech. They burst in, armor gleaming, weapons raised, seeing only a prize in the Guardian, and trophies in Lyra. Kale stood defenseless, his suit stripped away. The air of Krill hit his lungs like molten metal, a searing fire of silica dust. He had one card left to play, a gamble of total annihilation. He tore off his life support unit, then unclipped Lena's hammer. "Eat!" he rasped, hurling them at the dying god. The Guardian didn't just feed, it evolved. Absorbing the dense energy and tungsten, it erupted into a terrifying avatar of vengeance, spikes of obsidian skewering the mercenaries, turning their advanced tech into fuel. The cave filled with the screams of the greedy, silenced quickly by the wrath of the ancients. It was a massacre, precise and total. Kale fell, the darkness taking him. He expected the end. Instead, he woke in a womb of warm amber. He was floating, alive, inside the Guardian. Lyra watched him, smiling with a lightness he hadn't seen before. He looked at his hands. They shimmered with blue crystal, faint veins of starlight beneath the skin. He wasn't just human anymore. He was a keeper. Lena's hammer was there too, embedded in the walls of his rebirth, a permanent part of the entity. The Marauder's ship sat waiting outside, intact. The trio, Lyra, the Ascended Guardian, and Kale, boarded it. They were a strange, impossible crew, bound by sacrifice and a shared destiny. As they lifted off, leaving the red sands behind, Kale felt the collective consciousness of a lost civilization stirring within him. They weren't fleeing. They were embarking. The universe was vast, and finally, they were ready to witness it.